Koi mates, welcome back. Saturday morning, quite a nice day. Sun's out at the moment, but it's supposed to be getting a little bit wetter later on, but at the moment it's looking okay. Fish are looking fine this morning. It's only 8:30 and they're all up, all out of bed, swimming about. So today, in my endeavours to change from this sort of plastic pipe, the corrugated pipe, I'm going to be putting another pressure pipe coming off the back of my UV in to the pond and across. So I'm going to be putting pressure pipe on again. I noticed this week, you can see the drips there now at the moment. If I lift that pipe out of the water, I've got a couple of holes in it with this water just squirting out, so obviously the pump is pulling the water out and some of it is escaping back into the pond, so it's not even getting into the filter. So that's the reason why I'm swapping out as much of that pipe as I can, and the last bit of it now I've got is that end of the UV goes over to the pump there, and then it goes down to the drain on the bottom. So I'm going to try and get pressure pipe all fitted in now from that pump to there, and see what I got from there. So like I say, I'm trying to limit all that type of hose because it does tend to split after time, and depends where you buy it from. I've even bought brand new stuff for that, and within a week it sprung leaks. So yeah, so that's why I'm doing it. So yeah, let's see if we get on with that. Catch you in a bit, guys. Right guys, this is where I'm up to. I'm going to set this pump down here under the shower because it'll come up then onto my UV. Now what I thought of doing was make use of my one-way valve. So I've put a rubber coupling on up to my one-way valve. I've heated that up with a hot air gun. It's pushed on nice and tight. There's a nice snug fit. And then I'm going to connect that into the UV, so that'll sit on top and it'll be under that screen there. So I'm going to get some thread tape put on here. There's a seal on the old socket that's in the UV, so I'm going to get the thread tape on, get the seal on, test fit it, make sure it all works, and then solvent weld this up. Back in a bit. Right Koi mates, what I'm going to do this time, rather than put the pump outside the pond like my skimmer, I'm going to put the pump down there. So she's going to come up, that's going to go on top over to my UV, which is obviously behind the screen. I've made an adapter for this, so I'm going to run a pipe off it. I'm going to come up the pond that way, and I'm going to put a bend on and come across to have that pipe in the middle. And what I'm hoping to do then is that I can get the retro bottom drain out the other side of the pond when I need to clean it or whatever, because it's a little bit easier that side. It's a bit tight over here, so that's what I'm going to do in a minute. So I'm just getting this set up now. I'm going to solvent weld that on there and try and put in place. Catch you in a bit, guys. Right guys, so I've put the other pipe on with a rubber coupling, and we always insulate those Jubilee clips with some black, you know, just electrical tape just around the edges. So I'm going to put it around those Jubilees there and the other two on the upward pipe. I got my one-way valve in place as well, so that's going to slot in down here now and face this way, so the pipe should be coming across the centre then. So let's try and get that in place. Right guys, there's my retro drain. Now what I was thinking of doing is cutting this off to have a better flow. So I've got a coupling on this flexible pressure pipe which will slide right up once I cut that off, and it'll fit onto there, so I'll be able to there straight into this big bore flexi pipe. So hopefully a bit more flow as well, guys, a bit more pull on that drain, so we'll have a go at that. Welcome back, coin mates. Sunday. What a horrendous weekend it's been with the weather. Saturday, absolutely bonkers. This pond, the level was a little bit low. I haven't been topping it up because of the fluke treatment, and obviously I've had to clean my filters, but took in yesterday, got to be 5 inches of water over the last couple of days. So I'm gonna have to do a parameter check just to make sure everything's still good. I've had my bottom retro drain out for a little while because I'm modifying the pipes. Don't know if you can actually see, it is quite clear, but the little bits of poo and things on the bottom. So obviously when that drain is in, it does do a hell of a job for, you know, for a retro drain. It does a hell of a job. I can notice it now. Like I say, it's been out a week, and I can notice a hell of a difference. So it's obviously very efficient when it's in there. I'm still circulating water because I've fitted the pump in there now, and I've put a little stone there underneath there. It is pulling water, so it's going through the UV in through my DIY filter bay at the back there. So the water is still being circulated, and obviously the shower's running as well. So tell you what I got. I was in this cheap shop the other day and I came across this, and it was only £1, so picked that up. I'm going to get that fitted today as well. Just going to screw it up onto there, so couldn't fault that for £1. Right, so the drain is out. I'm going to cable tie this air pipe all the way along here as well, and right the way up, so it's out of the way. It should look a lot neater if it's cable tied under there. Like I said earlier, that's all been covered up now with tape, so there's no sharp edges on there. Needs a bit of a clean. It's pretty clean really. See, so anything is sucked into that little area there. Obviously not as good as a proper drain that you've got in the bottom of the pond, but for years I never had one of these, and since I've put it in, what a difference. So if any of you were thinking of getting one and you haven't got a proper drain, I recommend it. Definitely get one, it makes a hell of a difference. All I would say is I've got a 20,000 litre an hour pump on here, or 18,000, sorry, on this. So whether that helps, I don't know. And now I've put a bigger bow into there, I'm hoping it'll pull even harder. So I don't know whether it's the pump that's helping it work so well or not, but well worth having. Right. Oh, that feeding station's not working out too well for me. I think it needs to either be a lot bigger, or I may even just take it out. All the fish just getting crammed in there, and I don't think they're enjoying trying to eat out of that. So I either need to make it quite a bit bigger, or I may even take it out. Jury's out on that at the moment. It's picking the rain again. That was a pain in the arse this weekend. Anyway, I'm going to crack on with a couple of things. I'm going to clean my filters out now. So I'm just going to clean 2 of the barrels down today. That'll take about 90 gallons out of the water. So, and then I'm going to run a water test just to make sure everything's okay. Well, it's a little bit drier. So I'm going to crack on, guys. See you in a bit. Right, guys. what I've done now, cable tied this airline underneath all the way through this flexible pipe. But even when you put cable ties on, however tight you cut it, there's always a sharp edge. So I always just put a little bit of electrical tape on anything that I think could be sharp, and you know, the fish could glance against it or brush against it, whatever they do. So I always do that on all my anything that's in the water. So again, that's an advantage of a proper bottom drain. You wouldn't have this lot in the water, but like I say, this is really good and it's working really well. So like I say, I'm upgrading. This is my last sort of bit now where I've upgraded from the old corrugated pipe, which tends to get brittle after time. It snaps and springs leaks when you least expect it. And can you imagine being on a holiday and that starts leaking or something? You know, although I've got a float switch in the pond and it wouldn't drain the pond, but last thing you want is a leak. And I have had a couple of them, so I'm really happy now that I've moved over to this type of piping. I'm waiting for, don't think I've quite got enough. I'm only going to get to about a year, I think, so I've ordered another length that will connect me up to this. I'm waiting for that to come, but I'm going to get this back into the water today because I'm going to run the air dome off it anyway. I did order some sinking airline, but the way I've routed this now, there's so much line, I can actually go under here and I can go outside the pond and round, so that's going to neaten that up a lot. I've swept the bottom out. I've got some little bit of shells down there which I need to, might get the vacuum on that before they start throwing them around again. Might get the vacuum out now. Well, we've got a spare hour, the missus is out, so this ponding takes up a lot of your time, man, guys, doesn't it? Bit of a lily there. I don't know if you can see them. Look, the lilies are starting to grow. See the roots coming on them? There's one here reaching, it's not far off the top, so that's a sign of temps getting up. What is my temp today? $10 there, look. So still only 10. I think I've seen that go up to about 12 this year, but still struggling for temps. Fish are looking good though. Anyway, let me get this into the water and crack on from there. Right, mates, that's more central now in the pond, look, back there. You can see it, don't know if you can see the drain because the air's on, but that's a lot more central in the pond. I've still got to connect it the other end because I'm waiting for a bit of pipe. Now what I got at the moment on my little goldfish pond, which is up there, I did say I lost the fish the other day, so I'm running quite a bit of air on there, but there's a bit too much, so I've ordered one of these manifolds that you can actually shut off the air, you adjustable one, so I can put more air to here than over to there then. So I'm going to get one of them because I can turn that air down a bit and whack this up a little bit then. So I got one of them on order. That should be here on Monday. Easy to fit, obviously. I'll just clip that on and away to go. Clean the shower out while I'm at it, so just got to get things set back up now. I've cleaned the filters, so I'm going to switch the pump back on. So there you are, let's get that done. Right, I need to get a better spillway for that. I broke it the other day, it looks scruffy. I'm going to take it off for now and see if it works okay with it off. But yeah, I need to do something there which makes it look a lot nicer. I don't like that. It was okay before I cracked it, so I either need to make another one like that or think of another idea. So if any of you got any suggestions, I think I'm going to see if I can take it off for now and see if it works. And I could do with a swill, so I'm going to get the kettle on and then do that. Right guys, I'm going to give them a bit of food. It's raining again now. I've taken the feeding ring out a minute, so I'm just going to drop some food on. Checked all the water parameters, they were okay. I've put a bit of bicarb in just to buffer it up a touch on the old cage. They're loving this food. They're starting to eat a lot more now, in fairness to them. Still on this wheat germ though. I'm not gonna risk going on to growth food until the temps are up to at least about 15. I don't want to take a chance. Took that spillway off the shower, look, it looks a lot better like that. I may even just put a bit of wood over the front and leave it like that. I don't know yet, undecided. Got the old temp cage fitted. It looks rather good up there. Can't believe that was only £1. It was rude not to buy it. So I'll get that. Those two having a kiss, look. Old Jaws and his soulmate. They often do that after food. So the air now is in the bottom drain now is mowing the centre of the pond, look, so I'm happy with that. Once I get that adjustable manifold now, I'll be able to turn that up a bit. So I'll have a bit more air there again. Yeah, those lilies are growing and the koi are in them already, because I've spent a few hours out here today and a couple of times I've had to pull some little leaves and things off the water. So they're already trying to rip them apart. But once they grow now, it's hard for them to do much damage then, because they grow like wildfire, my lilies, once they start. I'm waiting for a bit of pipe now to go on the end here just to connect up, so I'm going to do that in another video. This was just a bit of a weekly update. Can't believe this weather. I wish it would sunshine we need, guys. Can't beat being out the garden, sun out, round the pond, a couple of sherbs. Can't fault it. Anyway, gonna end it now, guys. Thanks for watching. All the best now.